I didn't really like have any potential. I was just living, just going to school, okay. But I also had problems at home, and I didn't know really how to cope with them. So I used to act out. Didn't really care. I didn't.
On my first home visit, he wouldn't come out of the bathroom. His mom was banging on the door, and I was saying, I just want to talk to you. You're not in trouble. I just want to talk to you. And he wouldn't come out of the bathroom. And so it was just a question of being open and having compassion for where he was coming from.
I was still not going to school. I'm not sure if it was in 10th or 11th grade. I received a card from SARB. So I had this meeting with them. And I remember being right there and looking at everybody in the face. And I already knew why I was there for, because I wasn't going to school,
With Jordani, when I met him, he was defiant and angry. And so my emotion mostly was just compassion and openness and trying to open a line of communication.
And the thing about it is not just having problems at school or at home, but as individually yourself too. It's like you're fighting against yourself. And also I didn't feel like school was for me. Like all this is, I don't think this is necessary. Like, is this right?
For some students, it's just really having a bond with an adult that they learn to trust. And especially for a student like Jordani, who really didn't have that strong support and emotional backup at home, to find that in some of the teachers that he bonded with over the years really made a difference.
I remember Ms. Sherp, I met with her, and I'm pretty sure she knew I went to that. She told me how it was, and so it went good. I remember just going home, telling my mom, can I get some money to go buy some books, some paper, some pencils? I just want to get this out of the way. So she gave me money, and I went, and I did that. And I was like, you know what? I'm a 10th grader, and I just got 2 more years to go. Just knock them out. '11th grade was like, okay, so far I'm doing good. This looks good, I could see heaven from here, That's when I remember going to the dances, and they took an X-ray, and that's where I see this physician or surgical doctor, and he comes to me, and I have my family with me, and he tells me, he checks it out, and he's looking around, and he tells me, well, it looks to me you have a tumor. And that's where everything just stopped. Like, I just felt like time just went slow. I was like, are you serious, Is this gonna really affect my life? This is really, really, really bad.
I think our role as pupil services and attendance counselors is really, it reminds me of the safety ring on a boat, the lifesaver, that, we're that last attempt to save a student that's not going to make it. And a lot of times, if there is no pupil services support, these students, they don't come back, they do drop out, and we know what their outcomes are like. We know their chances for prison, homelessness, joblessness, poverty, drugs, early bad outcomes of all kinds, and I don't want to focus on the negative, but we want those kids to be successful and contribute positively to society. And when we're able to get to them in time and reach what matters to them, help them make a positive choice, they can turn out great, and they do. So we need to be there.
When I got that, when I got that news, I felt like I shouldn't even try anymore. I shouldn't. Who cares, you know? Just look at just. Is this like a message from like? I felt like, is this God doing this? It's work, but I was like, nah, it's not Him. It's just, I think it's just part of life, you know, and I should just give up on all my dreams and all my goals, and I should just give up on everything. Look at what I'm diagnosed with, you know.
For most of our students, they're pretty resilient and they'll deal with what we give them. But for those vulnerable kids, those fragile kids, one look, one wrong word can really turn them out the door and they won't come back. And we, in pupil services and attendance, we see this all the time. We meet with kids and families and we hear the story about, you know, maybe one small thing that just made this child feel unwelcome and unwanted. And we have to fight so hard to bring them back. So it's vital that everybody show warmth and wanting for every student, even the ones that may not look the way we expect them to. You know, they all have something good to offer. And teachers who can see that and staff who can see that really make a difference in the lives of the kids.
I started like building this relationship with my counselor and the attendance counselor, Ms. Sherp. And I remember speaking to them about my illness. And I know they felt bad. They did. And they gave me good advice and they gave me hope. A lot of people gave me hope. They acknowledged the fact that I was doing everything at once. I was trying to go to school, I was having problems at home, and I had my medical issue. I then just had to do what I had to do, basically, and knocked out my classes, passed them with an A and a B. And I was like, whoa, nice.
When I get to see a student become successful or have that moment where they look at me and say, why didn't I listen to you before? You know, and they really got it. It just makes all the hard work worthwhile, and all the moments that can sometimes honestly be a little frustrating with some of our teenagers, it just brings it all back to this is why I'm here, this is why I love what I do. And the students teach me a lot in those moments, and seeing them grow is what I consider a personal privilege for me.
They understood me, and they didn't give up on me. They didn't. I used to be a little brat. I used to act out, and I thank them for that they didn't just let me go. It was her goal to stay with me through my adversities, through my problems. And she just influenced me to show me that that somehow one day I'll be exactly like her, that I'll give back, that I'll help out. And not in a way of helping out a lot, but just in little ways. Little things can change, you know. Little things are big, meaningful. And I would just like to say that she's great. She's a really good person, and that we need more people like you.
And as the 4 years have gone by, and he's gone through the health crisis that he talked about, there were moments of weeping and moments of this may be life or death for him. And so the magnitude of the pride and joy that I feel seeing him successful, graduating, going to college is beyond what I can really describe having felt with another student, because what he's been through is beyond. It's amazing.
She really did. She did something to me. She changed me. A lot of people that I've met have changed me, and that's what the thing is about life. And she just gave me new ideas of looking at life as well. And that helped me out.
All I can say is Jordani has beaten all the odds. Emotionally, physically, he's still fighting, and he will continue to fight. And he's a gifted, wonderful, bright student. And I'm so excited for him to go to college and beyond and share all of his wisdom and his visions with the world. He's just been a gift in my life.
It's always up to you, no matter what. It's always up to the person, you know? You learn from yourself, and you learn from mistakes. And you do what it got to take, you know? You do it. And don't let anybody interfere with that. Distractions, stay focused. Even though if you go through the mines, if you go through the hard times, crucial, just Just keep the smile on your face. Don't let it smear. Don't let it fade. Your memories, anything. That's what makes you in the present. Everything, if you really want something, you get it. So I got that. And I graduated on stage. And that was like, whoa, awesome.